Hello? Yeah, I'll be right there.
Welcome to the Jersey Girl Podcast. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited. I'm low-key a little obsessed with you, I'll be honest. And I stalked you because I feel like you just have so much going on. And we were just speaking about literally everything you've done. And I'm excited to finally share your story and just hear more about everything.
I'm excited too. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. And thank you for having us in your beautiful space.
Yes.
It's
a
so
great
cute.
podcasting area, so if anybody wants to use it,
yes,
you can do it.
It's nice. It's like a nice space. It's not overwhelming. You have the couch or the table, wherever you want to go.
Yeah. I think good for sound too. I'm not a sound person, but I feel like it's not too echoey and it's small, so that's good.
And you get good lighting.
Yes, good lighting.
There's really good lighting everywhere.
Yeah.
We have a really cute dog. He's over there somewhere.
Right there. What's he doing?
Just sleeping.
Okay,
he finally chilled.
Good. We're good. Leave him there.
So before we get into everything, can you give everyone just a quick little surface level about yourself?
Okay, so my name is Caitlin O'Neill. I own MC Marketing and Content, so we manage social media for businesses, and we do a bunch of other things, which we'll get into. I'm known as Miss Chester. We are in Miss Chester's office right now. Mm-hmm. So I started Miss Chester's, this June will be 7 years ago.
Crazy.
Crazy, actually, because we've been in Chester for 7 years. So we were in Morristown, so there's Miss Morristown, who I met for the first time 6 months ago. So sweet. And so her account inspired me to start an account here so that we would document where we're eating. I've always had an outlet of a source, like a blog or an Instagram account. So I started that, and then at first it was just kind of growing organically. I'm a registered dietitian by training, so I was a VP of operations of a company then, and I was just doing my job and doing other things. Mm-hmm. And then probably in about 3 to 4 years, it really started growing, and then here we are today.
Mm-hmm. So what made you want to start Miss Chester's? What inspired that?
I think I always need something else to do. I'm a doer. If I'm not working, I'm working. There's really nothing else going on, I'm doing something else. Our company has multiple branches. We do social media management for companies. We do email marketing, blogging, website design, and then we started a wedding day content creation branch, which is a new fad. It's a new thing.
I really want to get into that with my social media marketing. I'm we just want just to go and film content in a way. I'll do it for free. Just let me come into your wedding.
Yeah, so we do that. Oh, well, you can work for us too if you want. That's new. And then I have Miss Chester's Instagram account itself. So I pick and choose what I do for marketing on there. People will want to show up on that account because I have followers in the area. And then I also do business coaching just because I have a lot of experience in operations. So if people want to grow their business or learn different things, we can review anything from your P&L to, your offers, anything from there. So we have a lot going on, and now we have Miss Chester's, the office, and the storefront where we have rotating vendors. So I just love having a lot going on because an idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Yes. You're like me. It's not the same way. I feel like you need to have everything. I so many different businesses, so many different ventures. How do you keep calm and not feeling like you're drowning? Or is it kind of you have a life vest and you're kind of floating a little bit?
Medication helps. Yeah. Medication definitely helps. I went off my medication a few months ago and I was okay, and then it all just came crashing down. Okay. So I went back on. And then it's just organization, just continue reviewing everything every day. I do have 3 team members now. So I have an operations manager, so she keeps me on track with things. But I'm always just reviewing. We have Excel sheets, I have lists. It's just continuous reviewing, analyzing, assessing. I've been doing this full time for 3 years in September, and I've made mistakes along the way, and I've learned from them, and I've made changes based on them. So that's in life in general, and in business, you make a mistake, you learn from it, and then you move on from it. So that's number one.
I'm so excited to keep talking to you because I feel like I'm at the point where I'm making all the mistakes, and I feel
Which is good. It's fine.
Yeah. It's then I'm like, oh my god, what would I do? I just want my LLC, and no one ever told you. But I did it through legal Zoom.
Yeah, I did mine on Zen Business.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
that's
good.
Legal. Do you have an EIN number?
Yes.
You're good.
They made me pay extra for it.
Of course.
Everything's
extra. No. But taxes, everything is. Don't forget quarterly taxes. Everything. Yes, there's so much behind it. But I didn't know anything either.
Yeah.
And you just learn along the way that you make a mistake and then you It's not. It's just a learning moment. I wouldn't even call it a mistake. It's an opportunity to learn.
But also, I feel like there's no guidebook, and I'm in school right now, but I feel like I'm not learning anything from my classes. I'm like, I go to my teacher, I'm like, hey, I got a thing about OSHA. Do I have to pay that? I don't have the space. And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, but you're a business teacher. You're teaching me about OSHA.
Wow. You don't know.
Yeah, okay, so it's like, cause it's like some random company, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to get sued.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. And I was like,
that's a problem.
You're teaching me about OSHA. I would think you would know about it.
You learn the most from boots on the ground and making, whatever. I don't want to say the word mistakes again, but learning from what you've done or didn't do.
Yes, failures are successes because you learned what not to do.
Exactly.
What's been one big life lesson I feel like you've learned since growing all these businesses?
Slow and steady wins the race.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in the beginning we moved very quickly, and we took on a lot of clients, but I've learned a lot from that, and we kind of slowed down. Like, we had cancellations, we had that kind of stuff in the first year or two, and we haven't had someone cancel in the past 2 years.
Wow.
So it's just continuously learning and making the changes based on what's going well, what isn't going well, and the social media is just staying up with all the changes, the algorithm, that kind of stuff. So really just slow and steady wins the race.
I feel like I need to learn that. Because in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I want to be not famous. I want to be have a ton of followers and have traction, and have people interested in my brand. But it definitely, it's been 3 years and I'm just starting to take off to a certain degree.
Takes years.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, slow and steady. And just always just being yourself, being who you are, staying true to yourself. I feel like a lot of businesses, or more so influencer types, they sell their soul to be where they are today. So I'm having trouble with that right now with Miss Chester on my Instagram, because something is happening in my mind where I'm just not really doing what I was doing probably a year ago, with my reels and eating on camera. I'm just not into it. So I'm just in a transition. And I'm like, oh my God, am I going to lose followers? Oh my God. But if I just stay true to myself, it's fine.
I think it's hard when your persona, your personality becomes your brand.
Yes.
And it's you want that to happen because you want to be authentic, but it's also the point of at what point am I losing myself to have a brand? I think that's kind of where I'm at right now too, is I feel like I put so much effort into my brands, and I'm like, oh, but I don't remember who I am anymore. Because I feel like I spent the past couple months just recording and doing this and doing that and doing photo shoots, and now I'm like, wait, okay, but what does Madison want? Am I? Who am I? Yeah,
exactly. So as long as you just stay true to yourself and just really do what you want to do, then you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. What made you take that leap into working for yourself?
So I'm a registered dietitian by training. I worked for a few companies, and the last company I worked for, the main CEO, the man, literally the man, he just didn't really treat people well, and so it kind of triggered me into being I can't be a part of this anymore. So I eventually stepped down from that big girl job and went back to my RD job, where my first job ever. So I could go with my eyes closed, get the job done, and then work on the business. So for 3 months I did that. Didn't tell my father that I was doing it. Mm-hmm. And he was like, that's good that you didn't tell me, because I would have talked you out of it. Mm-hmm. But he was very proud. Everything's fine now. And then after 3 months with that, then I decided to go full-time with the business. And it was just, I always wanted to be CEO of a company. I never actually realized that it would be my company. I thought it would be someone else's company. Mm-hmm. But why build someone else's business and make them a millionaire when you can do it yourself?
Yeah.
So,
I like that.
Yeah.
That was a very hard-hitting quote.
Yeah.
But I feel for me too, it's just there's so much to do.
So much.
And I think also I've had times when people try to talk me out of stuff, and then I've done it, and now I'm you thought I couldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's or they're no, I was just trying to be helpful. I'm no, I appreciate that, but also you don't know me, and you don't know how my brain works, and you don't know I can do it.
Plus, it's different generations. My parents' generation, he worked at Merck for 35 years, stay where you are, blah, blah, blah. So it's very different, and I take those things with a grain of salt, and I make the decisions based on, so many different things.
Yeah.
But you have to do what you want to do, and take risk, no reward. Of course, there could be huge risk, and there could be no reward. But if you just keep going and just, wake up every day and just follow exactly what you want to do and stay true to yourself, then it will be all good.
Mm-hmm. When you're having a hard day and you're not sure if you really want to get up and work, what's that little
I
driving
stay in my bed. No. I stay in my bed
and
I work from there. But no, I totally, and a lot of business owners I think do have this feeling Like, there will be probably 4 times a year where I'm like, should I just go back to corporate?
Yeah.
Should I just wake up, do work, and be done?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, the next day I'm like, hell no, because then I can't like do whatever I want to do. Like, I make my own schedule. I do whatever I want to do at any time. But days where I don't want to do anything, I will just stay in my bed, and I could run the company on my phone. So that's a good thing about this company. But I in the last few years, I've given myself more leeway of, resting and listening to my body and not feeling guilt for staying in bed. Because I think, a lot of business owners are just like going. And it's like the mind is very exhausting. So I just allow myself to not get out of bed.
I feel like better writing is kind of coming trendy.
I know, it's great. I'm so here for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll sit and work on all my schoolwork, all my jobs right from my phone.
Exactly.
Right from my phone.
It's amazing.
But then when I have the days where I'm like, okay, gotta get stuff done, I get up.
Yeah.
Put makeup on, do my hair, and I'm like, we're gonna push the day. We'll get a coffee,
There are different, days and times. Yeah. And I like bed rotted for like 2 days last week. And I was like, whoa, you need to like get out of bed.
Yeah.
So it's time and place. That's what I feel.
What made you choose your marketing? What made you want to stick with social media marketing?
I don't know. I mean, I just love it. I really do. I love creating content. I love editing content. Not all of it, but I do love, editing it and just making it change into something else. I love working with all different types of business owners. We work with anyone from doctors, nurses, chiropractors, med spas, landscapers. So I love learning all these different things from different fields because I get bored basically, and I just want to like do so many different things. So that helps. And I work all the time. Like my eyes are open and working. It's not a great thing, but social media is a great thing to want to work all the time because it's always going. It's always So I really do love it. I don't have any degree or any training in it, but here we are. So you clearly don't need, I'm not doing anything with my degrees.
No. That's something that I'm like, like, oh, okay.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
I want to think I'm fine.
You're fine. You are fine.
How do you get clients? Like, how have you gotten this big array of clients?
So at the beginning, it was a lot through Miss Chester. One of my first clients, I actually saw a billboard, and I called them, and I said, why are you paying for a billboard? And they were like, well, it's marketing. And I was like, well, what about your social media? So I worked with them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like a badass move.
I know. I was like, holy shit.
Why are you paying for a billboard?
Yeah. I was like, wow, that actually worked, and that happened. Yes, we had a meeting, and then we signed on.
Love it.
And some people just reach out through our website or through our social media. Word of mouth is big now. So yeah, and I was doing a lot of like cold reaching out in the beginning, just like emailing people. I wasn't doing as much calling, but I was like emailing or messaging a lot. But now people are really just coming to us. So we try to take 1 or 2 a month because the onboarding and that whole process is very big and getting it going. So yeah, it's a lot of word of mouth now.
Do you have like a set limit where they have to stay with you before they leave? Because I feel like social media, you can't be like, stay with me for a month, and it's like not everything's going to change.
Yeah, 90 days at first, and then I think we have like a 45 or a 60-day cancellation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because for social media, you're always working the month ahead.
Exactly.
You can't just cut it in the middle of the month.
Yeah, and it gives you time to pick up someone else.
So what are your services for social media? Like if someone wants to come to you, because I know I've worked with you with Blush Chan. I was one of the models for our shoot, and that was so much fun.
It was fun.
It was so much fun. I was so sad I had to leave early for therapy, but
girls gotta do what girls gotta do.
Exactly.
Priorities. So yeah, we do social media management. So within that is content creation, editing, all that kind of stuff. We take over your social media from front to back. So you can literally never sign in again. We, videography, photography, editing, music, posting every single day in some form or fashion. We run ads for you. Our packages include ads because I think it's super important. So you get monthly reports. We analyze the data. We make changes based on that. We used to do just content creation where we would make content and people would take it and then do something with it, but nobody really did anything with it because they don't know what to do. And I just didn't find it fruitful for myself. I kind of found it like, well, if we're not going to use it. And then through that, we also do everything else with digital marketing. So we build websites, we design websites, we can manage your website, we do email marketing, blogging. And then what else do we do with social media? I mean, we can do anything for you. TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest.
How did you figure all this out? Just by like working through it?
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm like, I'm so like just enamored by everything you do. I'm like, how did she figure all that? Because it's something that I feel like
you just learn.
It's a
look
lot.
It up.
Yeah.
It is a lot. It's a lot, but like we're really super organized. Like every single day we have who needs to be, what needs to be posted, other stories, a reel, whatever. We have content shoots. We have, that has to be edited. That has to be in a certain folder.
Yeah.
That folder has to be here. This person has to be there.
Yeah.
So it's like every day just like reviewing everything. But it's amazing.
Do you come to the office most days, or are you kind of out and about?
Out and about, both. Yeah. In and out. We live around the corner, so it's like, come here, go there. I'm out one day, I stay home another day. But I love our office.
It's cute. It's really cute in here.
Yeah.
How is hiring people? What was that process like?
The first year, I hired someone full time. I like really moved fast. Really, I did too fast. She's fantastic. She, we did good, and then it was just a lot. We got an office. I did all the things. Yeah. And then it was like, I was like, why isn't the bank account going up? Where's the profit going? The cost, the expense, everything like that. So I kind of last year, 2024 or 2023, 2024, I brought it down to like simple. Because I was handing over work to people and I feel like I wasn't managing it properly. So then I brought it back down. I do a lot of work for the social media right now. I have someone who does some stuff, and then she does wedding day content creation. So I do a lot myself right now, and I'm definitely like learning from my mistake and that kind of stuff. Managing people is very difficult. It is. So I'll probably keep the team right now until we're like bursting at the seams for a long time. Yeah. Yeah.
I think once you have your people, it's also hard giving like your baby basically to someone else.
Exactly. Yes. And nobody does it exactly how you want to do it, which is difficult. But the girls I have now are amazing. One I grew up with, and it's fantastic. And then another person, Callie, she's just so on top of her shit that she's like, Caitlin, did you brush your teeth today? Like, she's just so on, and I need that, she knows what I need, and she pushes me just where I need to be. So everything is really good right now.
You can be the most organized person, but when you're starting a business, everything just like goes away. Like your organization skills just go away.
I'll just like snooze emails, snooze, because I just can't deal with it all the time. And then when I'm when I know I'm feeling productive, that's when I jump on the things that I don't want to do. There's just some things I don't want to do.
No, but it's like you have to.
You have to do it. I hate it. Like taxes, oh my god. I know that they're a thing, but holy moly.
I think I'm going to hire an accountant in the next couple months.
I'll send you one.
Okay, because I'm just like, I need someone.
You just need to make sure that you're paying what you need to pay, when you need to pay it. That's the number one thing.
I don't want to be illegal. Like,
legal
fire.
Teresa Giudice, whatever. Giudice.
What made you choose this office space? It's also really cool. You have the storefront in the front.
Yes.
And we have something exciting coming with that. And
really
far away, but I'm really excited about it.
We'll be around the corner.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, what am I going to put in it?
I know.
Like, so much space.
I know. Yeah. It's going to be awesome. So I had an office. I just want to make sure he's not chewing on anything. I had an office down there that was double the size, double the price. And we did more of like event stuff, but then I couldn't do those events anymore. So then I got rid of the office, and this was the homecoming shop, and next door was something else. And I was going to take next door a year ago, but then I couldn't get approval for what I wanted to do. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to take a break. And then literally the night before, Sarah, who was here at the homecoming shop, before she posted that she was leaving, my dad and I were like, should I get an office space, blah, blah, smaller, that kind of stuff. So then she posted, and I was like, this is meant to be. So much smaller, cozy. The town approved what I wanted to do in the front, so rotating vendors each month. And so it's just a great place to do stuff like this, to have meetings, to just come get out of the house, not be stuck in the house all the time. And I love it. I love being able to like walk to coffee, walk around town.
I'm gonna do it Maria's afterwards. Yes,
it was so good. Her coffee is the best. I really love it. And then so we just have this office. We've had it for about 6 months. It's 3 or 4 months, I guess.
Crazy. Yeah. What made you like want to do the thing in the front with rotating?
No idea. People ask me that. I'm like, I just think of these things and I just try them for a period of time. I don't want to do it. I don't want to manage. I don't manage anything. People just come in and they have all their stuff. I think downtown Chester needs a little, they need a little something. Yeah. So I figured something rotating. I just think it's fun. I think it gives people who don't have a storefront an opportunity, or a lot of them do have storefronts in different towns. Yeah. So if they wanted to try out another area, and just do it for a month. Some people are coming back for 2 times. So it's just something fun. I don't know.
Very fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited to give it a try. 'Cause I feel like it's nice because it's like, I want a store, but I'm like, do I really want one?
It's a big investment.
Yeah.
It's a good test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, the first day I'm going to have, like, come and get something to do permanent jewelry.
Yes.
Like, I want something fun. I want to decorate for Christmas. So I'm very excited.
Awesome.
I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a great month.
Yeah. Everyone's going to be shopping. All my friends are home from college. So
Oh, yeah,
it all works out.
Yeah.
I want to talk about your health journey too. Because I know you're very open about your cancer.
Yeah.
What can you share with us? Like, how did that all come about? How did that impact your story?
Yeah. So it goes back to my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2007. She tested positive for the BRCA gene. So I was a senior in high school. Mm-hmm. And then once your family member tests positive, then you test. So I tested and I was negative. Okay. So then I just went on with my life. I had very big boobs. It was fantastic. Mm-hmm. And so I really checked them because, you have to do your self exams, all that kind of stuff. So I was checking them and I felt a lump in my right breast. And then I went to the doctor in 2015 and they did a sonogram and it was a water bubble. Mm. So they took the fluid out and they tested it. Everything was fine. Okay, great. And then a year later, it was election day. I never took off work. So I put everything all in one day to vote, to do X, Y, Z. And I went in, I was like, okay, they'll do a sonogram, another water bubble. And so they kept doing a sonogram and they wanted a mammogram. Mm-hmm. I was 28. And then they wanted another mammogram, another one. And I was like, this is weird. And then they pulled me into the office. They said, so who's here with you? And I said, no one. I'm just getting a water bubble reviewed, And she was like, okay. And then within a few days, that was October of 2016, within a few days, we were at the breast surgeon. Mm-hmm. And a week before Thanksgiving 2016, they took a biopsy. And then the day before Thanksgiving, on my dad's 60th birthday, I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. Mm-hmm. So my whole right breast and every single lymph node in my right armpit were cancer. So I literally caught it myself just in time. So self-breast exams are super, super, super important because you'll know what change is happening. So from then on, I was off to the races. My dad still knows the head of research at Memorial Sloan Kettering, so he called him. I got into the best oncologist in New York City, so we went in. Within 3 weeks, I was starting chemotherapy. So they do more adjunctive chemotherapy. I don't know if that's the right word. So they do chemo to kill it, and then they do surgery. It used to be surgery and then. Yeah. So did that, and then I retested for all of the genetic mutations, and I tested positive for the BRCA gene, which gives you an 80 to 85% chance of getting breast cancer or ovarian cancer. Mm-hmm. So then we're like, well, that's weird, because I already tested for it, but I tested for my mother's specific strand. Got it. And my dad also has the BRCA gene. Different strand. So he had it, and then his sister tested. She also had it. So it's just all these things. And so, I did 16 rounds of chemotherapy, lost all my hair, had great wigs. I miss my wigs. They were so easy and so fun. And then after that, I healed for about a month. And then I...
Come up.
Wants to come up. And then... Are you coming up? Come on, buddy. You can jump. I saw you do it. Oh, you're so fake.
Help me.
Yeah, and then I had a double mastectomy, so I had my breasts removed. Mm-hmm. I don't have any nipples, and I haven't said that in a long time. I say it a lot. It's actually fantastic because you can wear see-through things, and you can have no nip slips at the beach. I actually love it. And then I had radiation for 30 days, which was actually mentally the biggest issue for me because you have to go every day, and I had a panic attack that I was giving myself cancer. And then I got better from that, and then I had reconstruction surgery, and then at that time I also had 2 benign tumors around an ovary, so I had to get those taken out. Mm-hmm. Whew, sometimes I just can't believe it. And then, and then I kind of healed, and then I have HER2 positive breast cancer, which is one of the most aggressive ones, but they have the best treatment. So I had IV therapy for years, like the tamoxifen of, and then for a few years after, any cancer survivor will tell you, any little thing that goes on in your body, you think it's cancer. Yeah. I've gone there crying hysterically. Now I'm past that, but it's kind of, people are always like, well, tell me, how does it affect you? It doesn't. I mean, it's something I went through. It's not who I am. Some people will go towards the pink ribbon. I kind of go away from it. It's just not. It's not who I am. It's not my personality. And I'm a very good compartmentalizer. So anything terrible that's happened to me, like my mother passed away in 2019, I just don't think about it ever. Because when I do think about it, I just cry hysterically. So I just work.
Yeah.
I just work. So, and so it's been this November, I think will be 9 years since I was diagnosed. So self-breast exams, men and women. Yeah, everyone.
I think it's crazy. I'm sorry you went through that, but like at least you can, share your story and help other people out.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I love that not for you, but I love that you can.
Honestly, it was my journey, and I don't know if I would change it if I went back.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you've you can say that.
Yeah. Like I've accepted it. I think if people have a hard time accepting it, they have a hard time accepting you could do a cold cap where like you kind of save your hair. Yeah. And I was like, when am I ever going to be bald? Like, when is any woman ever bald? Yeah. So, like, me and Mr. Chester is his name. We shaved our heads together. He supported me through the whole thing. We're not married, and a lot of people will be like, well, why don't I get married? If you've been through chemotherapy, you've done all the things.
You've done the hardest thing,
So I think that's part of it. But he, and if anyone's in a relationship, and you test your relationship when you're going through something hard, and if they don't step up then, time to move on. Yeah. To anyone who's,
That's good advice. Yeah. I love that you can, accept and move on. It's really, you know how to work through things and kind of like, I'm just going to keep working. Yeah. And it works for me. And not everyone has a different way of coping with things.
Exactly.
So it's like, not obviously you don't need advice. You don't need to
And
not something like, I need to feel every emotion.
Yeah.
I'm someone that
I don't want to feel any.
Just push it down. It'll go away at some point.
I'm like a man. I'm good. I don't want to get married. I don't want to, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
I have a very interesting point of view, I think. But whatever it does form who you are. Yeah. And your decision making, that kind of stuff. But I don't know if I would change it if I went back. Yeah.
I mean, that's a good way to, it's a good way though to be though.
Yeah.
So I want to keep getting into more about your businesses. I feel like it's really cool, and I just can't believe that you do all of this, and you're like, you're sane. Like you can, get through the day.
Depends on the day.
Same to the, the exterior to the world. You seem sane. Yeah. What's it like having to sit down and plan? Do you sit down and plan your clients' content? Like, how do you organize every single client?
Yeah. So we plan out about a week. We don't really schedule content because I do find that the scheduling platforms, even Instagram itself, it actually changes the algorithm. And it's not, you don't get in front of as many people. So we really live post everything, which any other social media manager might be like, that's crazy. Yeah. But I do find that scheduling things doesn't give you as many views and stuff. Yeah. So some of my clients want to see their content and review it and approve it. And that's probably about 30% of our clients. And the other ones just allow us to do whatever we want. You're the experts, just get the stuff up, that kind of stuff. So we plan, we look at each month, we see what's going on, what's coming up. So every client is so different. If you're a registered dietitian, we have a few of those. So it's like, fruits and vegetables that are in season, recipes, that kind of stuff. So everyone is very, very different. So we plan out each week, look ahead for the month, look ahead for the quarter a little bit. And then just planning, checking things off the list, making sure things are posted when they need to be posted, make sure we're doing engagement, ads, all that kind of stuff.
Do you do one content day where you get everything done for the month?
So some people will do monthly, some will do quarterly based on what type of content that we're getting. Okay.
And you work with Jeff from
I work with Jeff from Unlock Moments,
He does some really good content.
He does.
It's probably nice to have more high quality content.
Yeah, and I like both. I like high quality and I like casual, and I like to mix it up. Yeah. But it's very nice to have that high quality content, and I don't want to. At first, I was learning to do all these things myself. I got a drone. I was flying the drone myself. No, why are you doing that? Yeah. So delegation is definitely a big thing, and let the experts do it, and you're investing in that so that you have time back. That's the biggest thing.
You don't have to worry about getting else. Yeah. Do you edit the content though?
I edit our content, but he'll edit his content. Got it. Yeah.
Which is great to be able to collaborate with someone, I bet.
And you just download it and upload it, and we're done.
Yeah. What's your tips and tricks on when you're posting how to get more engagement?
So hashtags are dead, they say, but you can still do them. Yeah. It's fine. It's not going to hurt you. Running ads is huge. If you're on Instagram right now, every other thing you see is an ad, which is kind of unfortunate that it's kind of gotten to this place. But in order to keep up, running Instagram and Facebook ads is huge, but really showing up on a regular, consistent basis. I always tell my clients, and the number one thing is to get your face in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Which is like so hard for people, and they don't want to do it. And some of my clients, I force them to do it. And I'm like, just say your name. I don't care what you do. But I do see, like, even my engagement, when I don't show up in my stories or something like that, it totally goes down.
Yeah.
So just showing up on a consistent, regular basis. Like, if you're showing up once a week now, try to do twice a week, and then 3 times a week. So just try to stay on a consistent basis.
Ads.
Yeah.
So what are, because I feel like I need to start running ads.
Yes.
What's advice and how can you run ads on Instagram?
So, it's annoying. So you have to analyze where you want your content to go. If you're like, if you can, let's say you're a boutique, if you can ship nationwide, just going with what the algorithm suggests is best. But like if you're somewhere local, if you're a landscaper, you can obviously only cut grass locally. So you really want to hone down on different areas. So you can put, age, male or female. You can put the towns that you want to do. You can do a budget. So it's all about starting with a small budget, like $25 a week. And then keep running those on different types of content. And then you analyze that content. So like one of my clients, hers has gone viral and she's getting followers like 10 a day. Wow. So now you just feed the money back into that because it's working. And that one's going nationwide. It's not just going around here. So I just put $100 more into that. And so she'll start getting more and more followers every single day. And her goal is to grow her following so that she can kind of like sell more stuff, do like affiliate stuff. But she can also work with people in 7 different states as a dietitian because she's licensed or there's no licensure. So you just have to like analyzing the data is so important, which I think people don't do. So we really just analyze and then
when you need an expert,
we move forward. Exactly. Yeah, because people don't know how to do it.
And no one wants to sit there and analyze data.
Yes.
It's like if I were to go analyze like accounting data, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. See, I like analyzing the data and then making decisions based on that.
Yeah. You need the
Let me.
I don't know. I'm like you need this. You need the background or whatever.
Yeah.
You need like proof. of what you're doing is working.
Exactly.
And that's when you know what to.
And if it's not working, then you do something else, and that doesn't work, you do something else, and then when it works, then you just keep doing that in different ways.
Where would you want to see your business go in like 5 years?
In 5 years, I would like to have some evergreen courses where I'm teaching people how to manage their own social media and then teach social media managers how to build their business. I teach wedding day content creators how to build their business. So kind of, it's just a lot of work. It's like all this back end stuff, like creating a course, filming a course, uploading it, and then people just continue to purchase it over and over. So really increase that passive income.
Yeah.
And every year we have monetary goals. So that's, just another 5 years. I mean, maybe $1 million a year of income.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
That'd be like such a huge goal. I think you can do it. You definitely can do it.
Yeah. Manifestation is real. So every day manifest. But yeah, just, continue slowly to increase, to hone down on things. But in the next 5 years, I would like to get definitely some evergreen courses out.
Where can people find if they want to follow you, reach you, talk to you?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Miss Chester, ms.chester_NJ. I show up there mostly. I'm trying to show up on TikTok every day for the next year, which is super painful. TikTok is just an animal in itself. Yeah, exactly. You can find me at Miss Chester's sometimes at 41 Main Street. But I'm an open book if you need any help or anything. And of course, our website, mcmarketingcontent.com.
Thank you so much for coming on. I had so much fun.
Thank you.
I'm going to keep picking your brain now off the mic.